by studying things, and you can solve problems. You have to study. Today, you're not the expert, but if you study hard, you read the books, you do the homework problems, after a while, you get to be the expert. It doesn't take long, but it is you have to persevere. You can't say it's too hard. I'm not going to do that. You got to buckle up and get it done.
When I was a kid, I was messing with computers. My parents had a old computer in the early 80s, and from there I was hooked and just been into it ever since. Working on them, building them myself, taking them apart, things like that.
Hey, that's always been like your love. You never fallen out of that.
No, I've always been fascinated by the computer technology, and as it progressed, I've always kept myself reading up on the latest technology. Or
You have to prioritize.
Okay.
Always, it's my family first.
Right.
My wife, my daughter. The boys are older, so it's easier with them. But my 3-year-old demands a lot of time.
Yes.
She demands, and you have a small daughter, so it's just about prioritizing. And I don't. Sometimes I have so much work, so much school, so much with the church that I have to wait a lot of times to do things on my own time. So I sleep pretty late every night, but there's sacrifices you got to do.
Have you ever had a job where you didn't wrench?
Yeah, the job I'm currently in right now.
Oh.
Yeah, which is all remote collision diagnostic.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm not wrenching. I'm telling the shops what they need to fix. I'm doing the diagnostic for insurance purposes.
How do they attach the scanner and then the results come to
yeah,
you? Or?
Yeah, so our company sells a scan tool that communicates through Wi-Fi internet connection. So we get a contract with these body shops. We sell them our scan tool. So we scan the cars before and after the repairs. So if a car comes in with blown airbags and a warning check engine light, whatever, they hook it up. They submit a report online.
Now, why do you think that when they're looking for that position, that they brought up your name? Was it something that you communicated with others as far as what you wanted to do, or was it the things that you did, or what do you think it was?
I would want to think that it was the fact that I was willing to help out, the goal,
The goal of the company?
The goal of the company, the goal of the month, the goal of that job site. So every time that I approached a job, I would say, okay, well, what's the goal? I mean, if I'm here, I just drove to a location as a security guard. What is the goal? Am I going to watch the front door, or am I going to watch the back door? And why am I going to watch the back door?
It's something so simple,
yes.
but it can lead
something
such
very simple.
Yeah.
So on that end, they were like, well, at least he's very proactive about his job.
Right.
Not just saying, okay, well, I have to turn a wrench, or I have to be in the front and report what's on the front. So the fact that I asked a lot of whys and I actually implemented into my work, that was one, I believe. The other one is I always like to talk to people that I got to meet at work.
My mother was a very good encourager. She would, before her passing, she would call me every morning and encourage me. She always had an encouraging word, and she would always tell me that she loved me, and it made it worth it. Because
Right.
it was my ride to work every morning that she would, give me some words of encouragement, and that was more than enough to know that I can go into this job with some love without, a lot of people are not morning people. I'm a morning person, and I don't have to have a cup of coffee to talk to you first. I just come in, hey, how you doing, and she would always give me that love. Now my daughter takes her place, and she calls me and encourages me, Mama, have a good day, and it makes it all worth it. To know that someone's thinking of you, you're going into someone's workplace, it makes it all better.
We are first responders because we hear it.
Right.
We hear what's
Yes.
going on, and they're telling us
Yes.
what's going on. Officers see something completely different because they're there on scene. They're seeing what we
Right.
were told.
That's kind of even worse, no? Because even though,
Yeah,
well,
sometimes.
because you're hearing it, but you're not seeing it, so sometimes it may sound worse than
Than
it
it is.
actually is.
And sometimes it's worse than what the person is because we've had people call and it's like, and then when we, read the reports, they were going, oh, that's what happened? What?
Oh,
So it's, I don't know. Dispatching is
it's like one of those.
It's a thing.
It's another thing that you said that you have to be mentally strong to take. Not only like in the Marines, you were taking, physical damage.
right,
Now you're taking mental damage.
right.
So
It's different.
Yes,
It's a different kind of thing. And that's one thing too I love about Marines is I can compartmentalize. So if I have somebody that's calling and saying, yeah, I just want to end my life. Now, there's some calls that I take that I am more sensitive to, but I also know at the end of the day, my job is to make sure I get this person help. I listen to them and I talk to them regardless of the context of the phone conversation. Whether it's they're going to complain about their neighbor, or they're going to complain about a dog, whatever, or they're having a hard day. Don't care. That's what we are there for, and that's what we're going to do.
That's good.
But you still have to be able to take that situation, compartmentalize, go through with it. Okay, done. And then you're going on to the next call, and then you're going on to the next call.
So
So-
do you go home like a
Like a nut?
normal-
Like crazy? Like I walk out and I'm like, oh yeah. No. Although Marvin and my kids may say something different. I don't know. But there's some days that I'm like, whoa. Like it's just, oh my gosh, it was just a busy day,
Uh-huh.
We have come home and do that. And sometimes I take some calls and I'm just kind of like,
Do you meditate after, or
no, not at all.
have you thought about that?
No, I'm not. I'm not a meditator. I'm just not.
Uh-huh. What about breathing? Do you like
I do that at work when I get on the call. Sometimes, and if I get to a point where I'm like, I got to step out.
right?
It's because either I'm really angry because the
Right.
caller wasn't giving the information that I needed and it was something different and I needed to send this, those, or that was a rough call. I'm gonna go step outside.
Right.
And typically we do that. And it's what's nice is that we have people that have gone through the training that'll be there. Like, hey, I know you took this call. I'll talk about it.